Good morning, students. Today we are going to read the very first chapter of your English reader book. The name of this book is English Rose, and the very first chapter which we are going to start today, the title is An Eventful Summer. Dear children, An Eventful Summer is an extract from modern American literature novel To Kill a Mockingbird, which was written in 1960. The incident which is mentioned, which we are going to read in this chapter, it had happened in 1930, but later on in 1960, in this novel it was published. The narrator of this incident is a 6-year-old girl whose real name is Jean Louise Finch, but called as Scoot. Scoot was 6 years old when that had happened, and majorly in this chapter, 5 characters are there. The very first character, the girl herself, Scoot Finch. Second character, her elder brother, Jem Finch. Their father, Atticus Finch, who was a lawyer, and Calpurnia, who was their cook. Last character, fifth character was Dill, who was their friend, came in their vicinity and made a boring summer into an eventful summer. So children, let's get started. One of the great books of modern American literature, To Kill a Mockingbird, which was written in 1960, recalls the events that take place in the small town of Maycomb during the 1930s. As I have already told you that it is an extract from the novel American literature novel To Kill a Mockingbird, which was written in 1960, but the incident that had happened, it was in 1930. It is narrated through the voice of 6-year-old Scoot, whose real name was Jean Louise Finch, who lives with her father Atticus and her older brother Jeremy. I have already introduced the characters to you. Finch, Jean Louise Finch, who was a 6-year-old girl, partly named as Scoot, who lives with her father Atticus. Atticus was a lawyer by profession, and her older brother Jeremy. In this extract from the novel, we see how a dull summer in Maycomb is a name of a place where they used to live, becomes eventful. Maycomb was an old town, but it was a tired old town. When I, who is I here, that 6-year-old Scoot, because she is the narrator of the story, so she is addressing herself I here, first knew it. Now she is talking about Maycomb, which was a dull place, a tired one also. In rainy weather, the streets turned to red slope, grass grew on the sidewalks, the courthouse sagged in the square. When it rains all over, the environment is so pleasant. But vice versa was there in Maycomb, because all over there was only and only loneliness, nothing to do new. Somehow it was hotter then. A black dog suffered on a summer's day. Bony mules hitched to hover carts flicked flies in the sweltering shades of the live oak on the square. All over there was loneliness. Black dog who suffered in a summer day. There was humidity in the environment, sogginess was there, bony mules. Here we are talking about animals, the creatures who used to carry burden on their back. They were there. They used to pull hover carts, shades of live oak on the square, and all over the place only flittering flies and nothing except loneliness was there. People moved slowly then. They ambled. Ambled means walk. They ambled across the square, shuffled in and out of the stores around it, took their time about everything. They were not in a hurry, Here people are also lonely. They don't have much to do. They don't have even money to buy something. All over, loneliness was there. People moved slowly then. It shows that people were not in a hurry. They ambled across the square. The place where they were, they used to move here and there, shuffled in and out of the stores around it. Whichsoever corners were there, whichsoever stores were there, they used to roam in that, took their time about everything. They spent plenty of time there. A day was 24 hours long but seemed longer. We have 24 hours in a day, but that day, those days were longer because people did not have much to do. There was no hurry, for there was nowhere to go, nothing to buy, and no money to buy it with. They did not have money so that they could buy anything. Nothing to see outside the boundaries of Maycomb country. In Maycomb country's boundaries also, there were nothing which they could see and passed their time, but it was a time of vague optimism for some of the people. But an unclear optimism was there for some of the people. Maycomb country had recently been told that it had nothing to fear but fear itself. Why this word fear has been described? Children, let me tell you one thing. At that time, at the time of 1930, people were racist. What do you mean by racist? Racist are those people who discriminate between white and black people. That's why this term fear has been mentioned here, that people were fearful and all over loneliness was there. When we observe, when we see that it rains, our mood is always cheerful. We have lot to do, enjoy rain, looking here and there to enjoy the beauty of nature as well. But the scene was, the condition, the scenario of Maycomb country was totally different because people used to roam here and there. They did not have much money. They did not have any pleasant sight which they could enjoy. So that's why this term fear has been mentioned here, that nothing else was there but fear itself. We lived on the main residential street in town. Atticus, Jem and I, plus Calpurnia Arco. There were 4 people in their house who used to live on the main residential street in the town. Which town was there? Maycomb country. They used to live together, both the siblings, their father Atticus and their cook Calpurnia. Jem and I found our father satisfactory. He was a lawyer. His income was very less, but even then he was satisfied with his earning, with his life, because he used to take the cases of poor people. So, but obvious, his income was very less. He played with us, read to us, and treated us with courteous detachment. The father was a very satisfactory, contented man. Whatsoever he had, he was satisfied with it. Not only this, he used to play with the children. He used to treat him in a kind manner with full of freedom, and he used to read with them. Calpurnia was something else again, but the behavior of Calpurnia was something else, and it was not that much friendly, or you can say she was not that much soft in her nature. She was all angles and bone. She was nearsighted, she squinted. She was a nearsighted woman who used to see. Calpurnia was something else. She used to close her eyes a little bit to see at a distance. Dear children, here was the introduction of the chapter, the characters. Rest we will continue in our next class. Thank you.